Good day, everyone. Allow me a moment to express my gratitude to Beyond Books Publication and Colorado Global Schools and Colorado Language Program for giving me this opportunity to be one of the resource speakers in this conference. This is WEANDYLOU GARCIA, Master Teacher in San Vicente Pilot School for Philippine Craftsmen, Schools Division of Pampanga, Region 3, Philippines. The topic that I shall be sharing with you and discussing with you this morning is about improving the grammatical competence of senior high school students through technology-enhanced learning instruction, or TELI. The outline of my presentation shall be as follows: the importance of grammar correctness in communication, deteriorating English proficiency of young Filipinos, technology-enhanced learning instruction as a means to improve the grammatical competence of senior high school students. I would like to share with you the thoughts of David Crystal in his book, In Word and Deed. He is a TES teacher, and this was published in April 30, 2004. He said, and I quote, "Grammar is the structural foundation of our ability to express ourselves. The more we are aware of how it works, the more we can monitor the meaning and effectiveness of the way we and others use language. It can help foster precision, detect ambiguity, and exploit the richness of expression available in English." I think we all will agree to this. What is the importance of grammar correctness? Well, we all know that in communicating with others, we use two ways. One is verbal and the other is nonverbal communication. With verbal communication, we use words. And of course, when we use words, we express ourselves in sentences. Then that is where grammar comes in. So using proper grammar helps us to think logically and distinctly. Also, it helps us develop effective communication skills. And when a speaker uses correct grammar, it shows a sign of respect as they took time to polish themselves, and it forms a good impression on the listeners. Of course, correct grammar is your key to speaking English fluently and confidently. What are the salient facts? Earlier, I have mentioned about the two types of communication, the verbal and nonverbal types of communication. So, verbal communication is essential to human survival. We have to be explicit in our expression of ourselves to remove or eliminate misunderstanding and misinterpretations. In the business world, it is undeniable that English is the language used. In the Philippines, for a very long time now, for several decades now, English is used as a medium of instruction inside the classroom. Books are written in English, teachers teach in English, and other learning materials are also in English. Another thing, Filipinos around or all over the Philippines communicate with each other more effectively when they speak in English. Thus, English is considered to be the second language of Filipinos. Mata, Doe, Tekpiti, and Boham, in their study on students' performance in senior secondary school certificate examinations and the West African senior secondary certificate examinations over the years, emphasized that there is a continuous challenge about the students' weakness in grammar areas of language, which in return affects their general performance in other subject areas. It became very necessary to assess the effectiveness of teaching English grammar in senior high school. According to Doncheva Navratilova in 2013, grammar is the set of rules and principles that underlie the shape and the meaning of terms, sentences, clauses, and phrases. Thus, the grammatical competence of the English philologists lies in the ability to form grammatically correct oral and written utterances and to understand grammar formation of speech. Most researchers understand the notion of grammatical competence as the ability to use the knowledge of the grammatical phenomena correctly. The process of studying grammar shouldn't be isolated from any other skill of language acquisition. Without the knowledge of grammar, one will find difficulty applying the correct usage of the language. Nevertheless, it must serve the role in the practical usage of the language, which is the medium for efficient communication. Benson, in 2017, in his study said that learners' frequent grammatical errors resulted in incorrect utterances. Due to the spread of COVID-19, the need for online training and the use of digital tools became inevitable. Now, what led to the deteriorating of the English proficiency of young Filipinos? Well, records show that the Philippines fall from 14th place in 2018 to 20th in the 2019 English Proficiency Index, or the EPI, is a cause for worry that the country's education sector should immediately address. This was reported in the Manila Times in November 18, 2019. And the Program for International Student Assessment, or PISA, of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or the OECD, Filipino learners placed last among 79 participating countries, as reported in 2019 also. What was the Department of Education's response to this frustrating or devastating news? Sulong Edukalidad was initiated. This was aimed to improve the quality of students' learning outcomes. And just this year, Brigada Pagbasa was also launched. It is a movement that also seeks to enhance the skills of Filipino children who can read and improve their comprehension. This leads us to what we call the technology-enhanced learning instruction as a means to improve the grammatical competence of senior high school students. Well, as I have mentioned earlier, due to the spread of COVID-19, the need for online training and the use of digital tools have become inevitable. Furthermore, computer technology, which covered the TELI, is almost ubiquitous and a major contributor to the flat world that was described by Thomas Friedman in 2007. The trend in language education is to create up-to-date grammar activities that are thoroughly embedded into the course and use engaging and interactive tools that are needed for grammar instruction. While teaching ESL, or English as a second language, class teachers have not only helped students develop language skills, the driving force of science and trends in its development, but it also provided them with the opportunity to fully practice them with appropriate activities in an interactive way. Walker et al. In 2012 argues that technology-enhanced instruction can promote active learning in a wide range of disciplines, from literature to the social sciences and beyond. And educators from a variety of countries have expressed similar enthusiasm for the use of computers, the internet, and the possibilities that these tools can provide. Further research by Hakarainen et al. In 2007 and Lee et al. In 2008 showed that interventions involving students creating TELI resources that can improve their performance can result in teamwork, knowledge building, and meaningful learning. If teachers wanted to improve the performances of their students, it will be deemed necessary to employ improved teaching tactics in the classroom. With the need of enhancing the grammar competence of senior high school students, the researcher felt the need to seek out ways to ameliorate the situation. Thus, a strategy was conceptualized to employ technology to help the students improve their grammar skills, as it's clear that today's students are known as digital natives. With that said, exposing the children to a specific type of technology in the classroom could help them improve their grammar skills. The use of online platforms such as social media, social networking, and other online educational applications has become necessary in the educational arena. Educators now are actively engaged in the use of different online applications to assist them in the educative process. This is where TELI is maximized in the aim to improve senior high school students' grammatical competence in an arena that these digital natives recognize. These are just a few of the educational online applications that are made available to teachers and students for free. We have Pixton, we have interactive English grammar exercises online, we have Grammarly, we have Cram, we have Oxford Grammar and Punctuation, and we also have Hello English, Learn English. It cannot be overemphasized that if we want to be globally competitive, we must master the English language, especially for people or for those who speak English as a second language. So with that said, okay, that's the end of my presentation. So thank you, and I hope that you have learned something this morning.